Happy holidays, everyone. We're celebrating them all. And we're so glad that you're here with us. We are so excited about today's show because it's our annual holiday live stream. This is our third one in a row. And we were getting ready for sound check a little earlier today. And, first I should ask you, can you hear me? So while this is going, you can chime in. But we were just doing our sound check just before the show. And this happened. We interrupt our sound check to bring you our first real snowfall.
Just in time for our holiday show. Mother Nature
look, there's a hawk.
gotten into the act.
And there's a hawk soaring in the snow. You can't see it, but we guarantee it's up there.
Yes.
We have snow, finally.
Perfect time.
We have snow. So now I'm going to check and see if you can hear us. Ocean effect snow. Maybe Hudson River effect. I don't know. But I'm guessing you can hear us. So we're going to play some of our very favorite holiday songs. And we're going to start out with the song that we started our previous two holiday shows out with.
It's an annual tradition.
Because it's my absolute favorite holiday song.
It is?
It's
okay.
Without question. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground. It's a time for play, it's a whipped cream day. I wait for it all year round. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen tree. And the sun is red like a pumpkin's head, shining so your nose won't freeze. The world is a snowball, see how it goes. That's how it goes. Whenever it snows, the world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar day, but if spring is late, winter it's a marshmallow world. Go on, Pete. That's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar day, but if spring is late, winter it's a marshmallow world. Winter it's a marshmallow world. Winter it's a marshmallow world. You look fabulous. The red hat and the red glasses.
The hat. And you have to have the hat at a certain angle. Remember, well, not this hat, but I bought a hat in Dublin one time, and the woman sort of gave me instructions on how to wear a hat.
She said you had to have
And
it
always, she said, never wear a hat just like straight on. It's got to be tilted.
Be at a jaunty angle.
Like yeah, it's got to be jaunty.
I bought a hat and I can't remember where I left it, but I tried it on during sound check and it was so tall that it extended out of the frame.
Ah, that's right.
So, very fun. Well, we did something very fun for this show, a little bit of preparation for the show this week. We jumped on public transportation, the MTA, Metro North Railroad, and took it down to Manhattan.
Yeah.
And got off at Grand Central Station. And we had our video camera. So we wanted to bring you all the sights and sounds of the holidays in New York City. Because a lot of you are, well, I know you're watching from the Midlands in England and Sweden and down in Florida and in Spain
and on the
France,
West Coast, too.
West Coast. So we thought you might like to see a little bit of the New York
A little
City
holiday trip.
holiday stuff. So we're bringing you some segments throughout the show today. And we're going to start where we got off the train.
Yeah.
Grand Central
Grand
Station.
Central Station.
And Where is it? There it is. Macy's, Herald Square, and we're going to go take a look at all the windows. It's very festive, no snow, and it's about 50 degrees, but it's a beautiful day. Yeah, we won't be freezing.
Now we've reached the wooden escalator. Macy's. The legendary department store is 120 years old, and about 100 years ago they became the first building in the world with a modern escalator. How modern is a wooden escalator anyway? Well, let's find out as we ascend towards Santa's workshop. Here we are at the North Pole in Santa Land. Many floors up onto an old wooden escalator.
Can I interview you? Interview me?
We were hoping to interview an actual elf down, from the North Pole.
Well, I asked her if I could interview her for our show, and she said no, and she gave me this promotion card. You have to book it with an agent in order to get an elf to speak to you on film.
The elf said, "Call my agent."
Well, Santa's sequestered in his man cave, and we had no luck penetrating his firewall, so back we go down 8 floors of wooden escalators. And you know what we bought at Macy's? Nothing. I never buy anything at Macy's.
So you can't if you want to talk to an elf, you got to
call their agent.
I guess ever since Will Ferrell, I guess they're like the rock stars now.
And if you're wondering if we actually went skating, the answer is no. I would have liked to. But
we did a lot of walking.
We had a whole lot. That was when we first got to town, and I thought if we go skating, we'll never get to the rest of it. And there's a whole lot more to show you later on in the show. So we're going to keep the music going and do this is a song we like to do. We've done this a few times, and it's time for you to rock. And I got my jingle bells on. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. bells with the boughs of holly are rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in that new old-fashioned way. Gotta shake my leg to get those jingle bells.
And it wouldn't be the holidays without the Ventures holiday album.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, we got to play one of those tunes.
We love the Ventures. Well, we're going to take a quick break, only do it once in this show, to let you know how you can help us. And we are so grateful for your help. You've been so generous to us all year, and it keeps the show going. And so we thank you. You can send your support to us if you like to paypal.me/thekennedysmusic or venmo.com/the_Kennedys, or just go to our website, kennedysmusic.com. Not only will you see the tip jar there, you'll see a brand new button for tour dates. We've got some tour dates coming up in January. We've got 2 shows this month, one of which is sold out.
Yeah.
But we're really going to kick into gear in January. And so that's that. That's all we do for that. We're talking about the Ventures album.
Yeah, let's do one of those tunes.
I love that. I love that album. My 2 favorite Christmas albums are the Ventures Christmas and the Phil Spector Christmas.
Because no one says Christmas like Phil Spector.
Well, it's all about those talented singers. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Isn't that the best?
Yeah, yeah.
Surf music for Christmas.
Yeah.
It can't be beat.
Surfing Santa kind of thing.
Well, speaking of surf music for Christmas, we're going to dedicate this next song to our old friend, Vince Scelsa. Why? Because today I hear, little bird told me, it's his birthday. Now,
Happy birthday, Vin.
Vin is not a surfer as far as I know, but he is a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And so I think that this song is perfect for a New Yorker like Vince Scelsa. Happy birthday, Vin.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4. My folks moved to New York from California. I should have listened when my buddy said, I warn ya, there'll be no surfing there, and no one even cares. My Woody's outside, covered with snow now. New York's a lonely town when you're the only surfer The manual fade out.
Yeah,
we're good at that.
The trade winds.
Yeah, you saw the trade winds.
I guess there was a yeah. I saw the show that was the trade winds, the Standells,
Yeah.
the McCoys.
Oh.
With Rick Derringer
Nice.
and the Rolling Stones. Wow. That was a really good bill. The Trade Winds only did that one song.
But that's what they did in those days.
No one knew any other songs by them. Yeah,
They
just
do
kind
like
of
a
run
couple
on
songs.
stage, sing their song real fast, and then run off.
Just keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep the energy going.
Yeah, I know. That was great.
Well, one of the things that we loved walking around, because New York is sort of like that too. You walk a little and then something else comes at you, and then something else comes at you.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
you don't expect happen all the time in New York. And when we left Macy's and Grand Central area, we were walking down the street, and well, you'll see what happens. We have another little montage that covers that trek from there down to Union
We're
Square.
walking downtown now, down
Yeah.
Broadway.
Ready? Down Broadway. Here we go. Glory to God in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Christ the Lord.
New York City. Streets of New York. Where else can you pick up a piece of fresh fruit and get a rapid COVID test?
One of our New York City traditions is going to Italy, which is relatively new. It was founded in 2007 in Torino, Italy, but there's a branch in New York City. It takes up a whole city block, and it's a combination grocery store, clam bar, wine bar, fancy restaurant, snack bar, pizza bar, focaccia bar, and cooking school, and more, all rolled into one. And we've been coming here for our anniversary for many years. We always come here during the holidays. They have amazing fresh pastas and cheeses and chocolates, a whole room of chocolates and baked goods, so many imported goods. And one of my favorite things to get here is their focaccia di Recco, which is a very thin focaccia layered with cheese in the middle, and Pete always gets the focaccia with tomatoes and mozzarella.
There's layers of cheese.
Oh, it's so good, and it's part of our holiday tradition.
Take a look. That's a focaccia. You give them the money?
Oh, man, you got free in there. Otherwise, you aren't doing it.
Oh.
Here we are at the Union Square Holiday Market in New York City, on 14th Street, just north of Greenwich Village. And it's an annual tradition that we come here and get unique gifts and stuff like that.
We love to buy local for the holidays, and there's all kinds of local artisans inside, some of whom we've visited every year, every time that we come here. So we're looking forward to seeing our old friends and getting some gifts for our family and friends.
And of course, there's a certain cookie that I have every year. We're here at Ruby's Our Bakery, one of the booths at the Union Square Holiday Market. And the first thing I do every year when I come is get a cookie.
The big cookie, Pete.
It's a big cookie.
What's in that cookie?
Oh, a lot of stuff. This one's got Vietnamese coffee and dark chocolate. They're kind of gourmet cookies.
You're killing me over here. I know we made a lot of you hungry, as I see, and I saw there's a see my gift. No, Susie, you will not see your gift. The only things that we buy on camera here are things that we ate. That's why we're not showing you all the things that we bought. Someone said there's now an Italy in Boston too.
There's an Italy. Italy is so good. Remember, we were taking a train into Rome in Italy. And we went right by an Italy there.
Like, isn't all of
That's
Italy
like
Italy?
Carrying coals to Newcastle, as they used to say. But that's how good Italy is.
Or gilding the lily.
It's even very popular over in Italy, too. But the one in New York is great. It's like a theme park of Italian food.
Yeah. Also, I think, who was it? Vicky Julian asked what the music was under. All of our little videos that we show today have Pete playing a ukulele. The first one was the Holiday for Strings that we recorded, both of us, for our Rhapsody and Uke album.
Yeah.
But all the rest of the incidental music underneath the little video montages are on a record that Pete did for Solo Sounds Records, and it's a holiday album, and it's just solo ukulele. So if you look for, Google solo sounds, you can get it's not available in a physical form. It's a download only album, but I think maybe next year we'll put it out as a hard disc. But you can get it that way.
Holiday uke.
All right. This is a good one. It's a real rock and roll one.
This is by request, I believe, right?
Yeah. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Well, Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Well, run, run, Rudolph, feeling like a merry-go-round.
Send Santa to a poor child who's been longing for. Well, all I want for Christmas is a rock and roll electric guitar. Well, away went Rudolph, whizzing like a shooting star.
Well, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Well, run, run, Rudolph, feeling like a merry-go-round.
Send Santa to a girl child, what would you supposed to get? A little baby doll that can cry, sleep, drink, and wet. Well, away went Rudolph, whizzing like a saber jet.
Well, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gonna make it to town. Yeah, Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Oh, run, run, Rudolph, I'm feeling like a merry-go-round.
Of course, that's obviously a Chuck Berry song.
But you know what, if you,
Keith Richards does it,
yeah.
too.
But I heard if you bought the single of it in the day, maybe even now, the writer credit was not Chuck Berry, but the person who originally wrote Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which is not true. But they did that stuff
That's what happened back in the day.
in the day. Yeah. Well, speaking of back in the day, back in my day, my high school days, every year our high school chorus would sing parts of Handel's Messiah. And you know the ones, the Hallelujah chorus and all that, especially. We never did sing this one in high school, but it is one of the more beautiful and peaceful songs from Handel's Messiah. Indeed, it is a song about peace. And these days especially,
It's a good one for the world.
yeah,
today.
we need peace. We need more songs about peace. And so we dedicate this to the people of Ukraine. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace. How beautiful are the feet. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings and bring glad tidings of good things and bring glad tidings of good things and bring glad tidings of good things, glad tidings of good things, and bring glad tidings of good things, and bring glad tidings of good things, glad tidings of good things. Peace. All right.
George Frideric.
Yes. Well, now, we're going to do a song for the Hanukkah tradition. I should mention, right below the Hanukkah tradition, this is an ornament that Jen Lennox made for us last year. She's the artist who did the cover of Pete's Floodwood book. What a fantastic artist she is.
Yeah.
You can see that
I
very
love that.
clearly.
A little shed with a red cardinal.
A cardinal up above it in the snow.
Yeah. Ready?
Yes, ready. Light that menorah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you supposed to do
I
woo
love that.
after Hanukkah? Woo! It's got that vibe,
Yeah.
you know.
The Hanukkah woo, they call that.
The Hanukkah woo. All right, we are up to our fourth video because we added our snowfall video at the very beginning, right before the show.
We're still downtown, kind of in the neighborhood of Union Square.
Am I right about that? Yeah. We didn't skip anything, did we? No.
We're
All
on
right.
schedule.
We're downtown now, below Union Square, just. And you'll see one of Pete's favorite haunts. And then we're going to run into another surprise street musician that we absolutely loved. And here you go. Settle in.
You know, people have their own favorite landmarks in New York, like Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, stuff like that. But mine is right behind me, the Strand bookstore. So just like along the Seine in Paris, where there are outdoor book stalls, the Strand also has outdoor book stalls. So you can come here every day and shop for used books that people are constantly trading in. There's constant turnover out here. And if you check out the prices, wow, $7. I've never paid that much. Maybe $7.
Usually go to the $1 stand.
Yeah, as you get further down the block, the prices go down.
But you would come here every day and get a book, read it, bring it back the next day, get a different book.
Yeah.
Because they buy books too.
For $3, that's cheaper than a cup of coffee.
There he is.
Yes, sir!
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I love the way he does that Oh Holy Night.
And he hits a one phrase that he really loves, and he jumps up and around in the air, and yes, sir. Yeah. And what a nice guy. We talked to him afterwards. John Noel is his name, and we had never seen him before all the years that we lived in New York, and it was such a moving rendition. Yeah. And now I want to alert you at the end of this video. Oftentimes it takes us a few minutes. The video has to process and stuff, and then I usually post. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll suggest the next video, and we're going to post one or two of our earlier holiday shows. So if you're still feeling in the holiday spirit, you can watch another one of our shows from either last year or the year before. So that'll be there. And we wanted to, at this time, express our deep, deep gratitude to all of our dear friends and family who have been so kind to us this year and so generous, and it's moving, and it's
just to be able to keep the music going. That's
and more than that, though, just the soulfulness of our friends and our family is humbling, and we love you all for that. So we're gonna dedicate this song. This song, actually, why don't you tell them about this song? Because you discovered this song very recently.
Yeah. This song was, well, speaking of New York musicians, there used to be a big band, a jazz band, that played I think a Monday nights down in the Village. And it was led by two musicians, Thad Jones and Mel Lewis. Thad Jones was a trumpet player, and he did arranging too, writing out charts and stuff like that. And the piano player was this really, really wonderful guy named Sir Roland Hanna. And he actually was a knight. He was knighted in Liberia because he was really into furthering education. And so he would go over to Liberia, teach kids about music. He was from Juilliard himself. But so he played jazz, classical, and he wrote beautiful little piano pieces, solo pieces, that sound a lot like Debussy, only they're like American jazz too. They have little bits of blues and stuff. Sir Roland Hanna. Anyway, when he wasn't playing solo, he was the pianist for this big band. And he used to have a little melody that he would play while they were all tuning up and warming up and stuff like that. And one week, Thad Jones came in, the arranger, and he said, okay, I got new charts for everybody. And when they started playing it, Roland Hanna recognized it. It was the same song that he played all the time
that he wrote
for his warm-up. Yeah. So if you get a record of this song, you will see Thad Jones as the composer. But I always sticking up for the underdog.
Yeah, he wrote it.
And Sir Roland Hanna actually wrote this, but it's credited to Thad Jones because he nabbed the copyright on it.
A lot of those.
That's kind of the way.
The big band leaders did that.
Oh yeah. If you were in Bill Monroe's band or James Brown or something, and you wrote a song, it came out under their name. So anyway, it's a beautiful little melody, and words were added to it later by Alec Wilder. And I think it's so appropriate for the turn of the seasons and for the earth basically coming back to life, and all the different mythology, including religions, everything that are related to the fact that the plants have seemed to die, and now the sun is coming back to life, and the plants will too, and the life will go on. And
we especially want to dedicate this today to our brand new next door neighbor, Jamie, who's exactly 4 days old.
Yeah, it's very appropriate. It's called A Child is Born.
Innocent child, soft as a fawn, this child is born. One small heart, one pair of eyes, one work of art, here in my lies, trusting and warm, blessed this morn, a child is born. What a gorgeous gorgeous melody that is.
It's a simple little
Beautiful
tune.
changes. Yeah.
Just a simple little waltz, but that's what makes it so powerful. I think the simplicity.
You know what, Pete? Yeah, we're going to do... I've got a bit of trivia. How about that?
Okay.
All right. I'll ask the trivia question first. I already know who's going to get the answer. Wayne Rogers. I know you're going to get it. But maybe somebody else will get it. Maybe if Carl is listening, he might get it. Mm-hmm. This is a popular music trivia question, okay? Vicky Davis will probably get it, too.
Vicky might get it, too.
All right. The choir is to the Ivies as the blank is to the blank. The choir is to the Ivies as the blank is to the blank. All right. I'm watching the comments.
Knowing our viewers,
someone's going to get it quick, I know. Who gets it first? While you're doing that, I'm not going to bring it up right away. I'm going to show you one of my show and tell collections. Come on, someone. I know somebody knows.
You can't do the show
No,
and tell yet.
I know what you're doing. You're Googling. Don't Google. I'll know if you Googled because I know exactly how long it takes. Is the broccoli to the tang? No, Jill Swellville. But that was a swell answer. She's over on Facebook. What else? Do we have any more? No. That's the only answer? That's so wrong.
That's a tough trivia question.
And yet I like that answer. But I wouldn't put broccoli and tang together ever. No. Melody to the Roots. Huh. Badfinger to the Raspberries. Actually, it's backwards there. Backwards, Dana Bond. It's the Raspberries are to Badfinger. Because the first version of the band, the Raspberries, first of all, this is my show and tell. These are all my Raspberries singles. I have duplicates. I have promo copies. But 2 of these are by a band called The Choir. Yes, 2 different singles by The Choir. Now, The Choir contained 3 of the 4 original members of the Raspberries. Wally and Jim and David, but not Eric Carmen, who's the lead singer, and he did a lot of the writing.
And not Pete Best.
Wrong power pop.
He got thrown out.
And the Ivies was the first name of the band Badfinger. Now, the only difference between those 2 is that Badfinger and the Ivies were exactly the same personnel originally. And the Ivies, or the choir, had different members, but the 3 members of the Raspberries, 3 of the 4 were in the Ivies.
Well, why don't we do a song by the choir
Let's do a song, because there is a holiday song, and somebody asked for this. I think it was it Hillary Hoagwood who asked for this?
I think it was, yeah.
I think it was Hillary.
We'll give her credit. Anyway.
We'll give her credit, and if we credited the wrong person,
we'll hear about it.
We'll hear about it. Okay. In the key of G, right?
Yeah. Power ballad.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, my world used to be sunny. Yeah, jokes used to be funny. Oh, but now you're gone, and everything's turned all around. Well, my world used to be warm, and there never was a storm. Oh, but now you're gone, and everything's turned upside The best thing.
Little JS.
My dad loved when you played that.
Ah,
He loved that.
well,
Yeah.
that's good.
Well, we have time for 2 more songs, I think.
Okay.
Want to do this one first?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do a song that we've done before, but it's so much fun. And I get to play my Jingle Bells one more time. We're going to do this in the key of A this time.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Christmas, 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 Christmas. The snow's coming down. I'm watching it fall. Lots of people around. Baby, please come home. The church bells in town are ringing a song. Such a happy sound. Baby, please come home. They're singing a deck the halls, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here and all the fun we had last year. Pretty lights on the tree, I'm watching them shine. You should be here with me. Baby, please come home. They're singing a deck the halls, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here and all the fun we had last year. If there was a way, I'd hold back this tear. But it's Christmas Day, please, 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 please. Baby, please come home. Baby, please come home. Baby, please come home. Baby, please come home. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Christmas, Christmas. Boy, my whole guitar moves when I have a, should I show you mine? No. I have bells on my ankles, you can probably guess that. All right, before we do our very last song of the day, I mentioned that we have some shows coming up. We have a show on Friday, and It's our annual holiday show in where else? Bethlehem,
Yep.
Pennsylvania.
Going to Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. But it's sold out. We got a sold out show.
Great.
So, and then one other show that we're doing in December is on this coming Saturday, and that is at the Walkabout Clearwater concerts in White Plains, New York, which is not sold out. So if you want to see us one more time before the end of the year, that's the one to go to. And you can get that information on our website. Now, if you go to the website, I mentioned this earlier, and find the tour dates button, I've added first of all, I redesigned it. So now it's much easier to navigate the tour dates. And you'll see a lot of shows on there, starting in Vienna, Virginia, and Baltimore, going down the coast, down to lots of shows in Florida, a whole lot of shows in Florida, and also in Alabama.
Yep, on the way back.
On the way back. And then in April, we'll be going to North Carolina. So if you'd like to see where we're going to be, starting in January, go to our website and you can look there for that. All right. Next show, we're sticking to, for the time being, to the second Sunday of every month.
Yep.
Because that's been working out for us. The second Sunday in January is January 8th. And that week, exactly January 11th, is the 60th anniversary of the release of the Beatles' second album, Please Please Me. But it was the first single, sorry, not album, single.
Single.
The release of their second single, Please Please Me. And it was their first single to go #1. So that's a big anniversary, 60 years.
Yeah.
So we've done several Beatles shows. We've done a couple of John Lennon shows. We've never done a show dedicated solely to Paul McCartney.
I know. I think, and he feels a bit slighted, I think.
And that's not right.
Yeah.
Especially,
You can't slight Sir Paul.
Yeah, and we paid tribute to John Lennon long after he was gone. But Paul McCartney is still here, and we want him to know the love that we all feel for him and the respect that we have for his music. So we're going to do all Paul McCartney songs on January 8th, right? I should mention, this is a little caveat, it was the first single to go #1 in England. Melody Maker and NME named it the #1 single. It didn't go #1 in America.
I don't think it did anything in America at all.
No, in fact, it was re-released the following year.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do so well. But it was the first #1 single that the Beatles enjoyed. So yes, Paul McCartney will be celebrated as best we can, as best we know how, our next show, January 8th. And again, if you're watching this, if they're watching this in the archive, by the way, all of our shows, all of our 130 shows are in the archive that you can watch for free. We'll tag a little, one of the last Christmas shows, holiday shows on the end of this show. So you can keep the holiday spirit
keep the
going.
vibe going.
Yeah. All right. We're going to end up with a song. We have never played this one before. So I think we're up to 1,003 different songs because we're adding repertoire all the time.
We're on our way to 2,000.
Oh, gosh.
Well on our way.
I'm tired just thinking about that. Oh. Anyway, what the heck key is this in? This is key of A.
Hey.
Believe it or not, this is a song that Patti Page had a single with.
Yeah.
It's a fun song.
I know. Yeah.
It's written by a fella named Leon Rene. And it's called Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. 1, 2, 3. Well, looky here, Jack, he's jumping down the track. He's got a rhythm in his feet, but nothing in his sack. He's a Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. Boogie Woogie Santa comes to town every Christmas Day. Well, he lives up in a mountain like a hermit in a cave. Never had a haircut, never caught a shave. He's a Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. Well, the Boogie Woogie Santa will boogie all your blues away. Yeah. Well, rock, 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 Santa. Jump, 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 Mr. Santa. Got no presents for the tree, no candy for your sock. But when he starts to boogie, the whole town rocks. Ah, Mr. Santa. your hat, put your best dress on. We're gonna jump for joy on Christmas morn. Ooh, he's a boogie woogie Santa Claus. Boogie woogie Santa will boogie all your blues away. Yeah. Rock, 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 Mr. Santa. Jump, 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 Mr. Santa. Woo. Go, Mr. Santa, go. Well, the boogie woogie Santa will boogie all your blues away. Yeah. Happy holidays, everyone.
everybody.
We're so happy that you spent today with us, and we wish you nothing but peace and good health and happiness and joy in the coming new year. And again, we are so thankful for all of you, for this wonderful community that's been built up over the past almost 3 years here. And so we look forward to seeing you sometime, maybe in person even. And if not, then back here on January 8th, 2023. Until then, peace and love and happy holidays.